the coverall because there's a stretch in it. Now I tend to do the whole piece just because it's like, it's right there, okay? I start really low and I go up, and it should land right as the Achilles is kind of starting, okay? But if you have somebody who's really petite there, don't be afraid to slim this to whatever size you need. This is what the heel and lace pad looks like in half. So this is really all you need. So don't be, shy to like really create the pieces that you need to create, okay? We show it on the video, but there's some inherent flexibility with some of the taping, okay? Depending on whose foot is up here, whose leg is up here at any given point, okay? So that's the first thing that came up. The other thing that I saw was making sure that with the anchor, now you take your athletic tape in your hand. This is the 1-inch athletic tape. You just got to make sure that if here are the Mets, I want to make sure that I start below that, okay? Not so far below that I'm in her arch. I want to like hug those two metatarsals, okay? On a slight angle. All right, so when you're doing your teardrops, wherever they are, whatever number you're on, okay, as you come around, measure right up to that low part of the anchor, rip it, and then this way, when you pull, you're never going to go long up into the foot. Okay, so you have to get used to seeing what your length is. Okay, so you hook onto it, you pull into it, and then I'm going to give it a big push so that it connects to the glue. That'll prevent all those big strips coming up on the top of the foot. Okay, other issues I saw with the navicular unload were people asking about different placements. Again, every foot up here is going to be different. The coverall has that inherent stretch in it. So if you find like, I'm not going to make it to the malleoli, give it a little stretch so it gets there, okay? It's okay to give it a little stretch. And then if you really saw like, geez, there's so much more arch I missed, then layer 2 pieces. Do the first piece and do a second piece so that you've covered it, because you have to decide, do I need to catch the base of the first or not? The first piece of your Leukotape should absolutely have the navicular in it. That should be your first anchor point. Go into the navicular. Then decide from there how much space is left in the arch that do you want to cover. Usually I'll do 2, if not 3 pieces with the navicular unload, depending on how wide that space is. So just make sure you've caught your navicular, you can feel the navicular bone, it's got coverage of the Leukotape, and then decide, overlap 50%, and then maybe overlap another one 50% for the bigger feet. Okay? You want to always anchor your Leukotape with your thumb, you want to turn, and then you want to pull and lay down. That's it. It's not pull and twist at the same time, it's position, pull the tape, lay it down, okay, in that oblique axis, and then you'll have it. Sound good? Okay, so those are just a couple pitfalls.